On the second day of Vlogmas, my true love gave to me Trash My TBR in time for Christmas presents. Welcome back to Drinking by my Vlogmas. It's day 2, and today I'm going to be playing Trash My TBR because my wish list, or my want to read list on Goodreads, is now 235 books long. Which is ridiculous. How am I supposed to send it to people as a good comprehensive guide of what I want for Christmas when it's that long? So you guys are going to help me cut it down so I know what I'm actually asking for Christmas and that it's not any of the trash on here. So I've sorted it by average rating in reverse order, so we're starting at the bottom and seeing which books have really low ratings and why. So if you have read any of these books or heard anything about any of these books that have really low ratings, let me know. Comment below telling me that they're really bad and I should trash them off my TBR like Goodreads seems to think that I should. We Could Be Beautiful by Swan Huntley. I actually have this one on here because I have a friend who loved it. So I put it on here because I trust her recommendations, but it has really bad reviews on Goodreads. So I'm interested to hear what other people thought and why they think people don't like it. It says it's like psychological and spellbinding. I love those two words. So someone tell me why it's actually shit, and then I won't be tempted by it anymore. The Boy at the Keyhole by Stephen Giles. I feel like I saw this one maybe on Books and Lala's channel. Can't quite remember. But it's about a young boy who thinks that his mother was murdered by their housekeeper. That sounds fantastic. Why has it got such a low rating? Tell me. A House at the Bottom of a Lake. This is another one that I've had on here for ages, and I've heard really mixed things, which I guess is probably why the rating is like 3.2 on Goodreads, because it's probably a mix of like 5 stars and 1 stars. So tell me why it's bad. Negative opinions, please. The Answers by Catherine Lacey. Now this sounds fascinating. So it's about a woman who applies to be in the Girlfriend Project, and there's like, you have to play the part of different girlfriends. So she's the emotional girlfriend, but there's also someone else who's playing the part of the angry girlfriend, or the maternal girlfriend is one of them. And this is an experiment that an actor has started, so he's paying different women to play the different roles in his life to see if he can find the perfect girlfriend. So that sounds bizarre, and I love bizarre. Why has it got such low ratings? Dear Mr. M by Herman Koch. Another one of his books that also had quite bad ratings on Goodreads was The Dinner, and I actually loved that one. So that's why I've kept Dear Mr. M on here, because I feel like if it's anything like The Dinner, I'm going to like that one too. If you liked The Dinner but didn't like Dear Mr. M, let me know why. She Regrets Nothing by Andrea Dunlop. I don't even remember putting this on here. I do not recognise that description at all. I'm just going to skip it. Maybe I should just take it off anyway. Has anyone read it? Should I rescue it, or should that one just go to the trash? The Understudy by David Nichols. So he's the guy who wrote One Day and Starter for 10. The Understudy does not have great reviews, but do any of his books have great reviews, or am I just the one sappy person that really likes them? When Katie Met Cassidy by Camille Perry. That's about women falling in love and stuff, and about female sexuality. That sounds great, but the reviews are saying the same thing as that, but being like, oh yeah, great topic, bad book. So that's a shame. But why? Tell me why. What's bad about it? Or is it worth reading just because I'm like, yay, women? Ooh, Boys No Birds by Helen Oyeyemi. So I have not read any Helen Oyeyemi, and I keep wanting to, but I keep hearing bad opinions of this book. Or rather that people just really don't like the ending of this book. I don't know what happens at the end, so I don't know what everyone's complaining about. And don't tell me, because if I do decide to read it, I don't want the spoiler. But just, if you had to sum up the ending of that book in an emoji that shows the emotion that you felt when you read it, put that below. I don't really know how far down this list to go. I don't know what we count as a bad review. I think once it's like 3.5, that's okay. Ooh, I remember putting this one on here. This is The Conjoined by Jen Sukfong Lee. So I thought this sounded super creepy and fun. It's about a woman who is sorting through her mother's belongings after she dies and finds 2 dead girls in her mother's freezer. So, oh my god, her mother's super murderer. And she remembers them. She remembers that they were her mother's foster children. So it's like super creepy. That sounds great. I love stuff that's creepy and about murderers, and also about mothers and daughters who have creepy relationships, but it's only got like a 3.3. So why? What's wrong with it? What is it missing? Tell me. A lot of these I do not remember putting on this list. The 100-Year-Old House by Rebecca Mackay. So I read The Great Believers by Rebecca Mackay and I loved it. It was like a 5-star book for me, one of my favourites of the year. Spoiler for my video about my favourite books of the year. So why does this one only have a 3.4? Was it just like, a practice for her good book? Like, what's the deal? Tell me. Oh god, there's so many on here that are under 3.5. Okay, I'm going to finish on Why We Broke Up. So that's the one that, I feel like I talked about that last time, or the first time I did Trash My TBR. It's one that just comes up. People have very different opinions on it. By Daniel Handler, i.e. Lemony Snicket, i.e. Daniel Handler, because his name isn't Lemony Snicket. He wrote a book called Why We Broke Up that's like about why a relationship broke up, I guess. And people seem to just not like it. But then some people absolutely love it. And usually that's a sign that I want to read a book, because I'm interested in why people either love it or they hate it. But I'm trying to clear my TBR. So I want you to tell me why you hated it and see if I will hate those things too. Just in case any of you guys have read them, I'm just going to read out the titles of the last books I have on this list that are under 3.5. So if you happen to know them, then you can chime in below, and please do, because I like that. The Blackbird Season by Kate Moretti. Made for Love by Alyssa Nutting. Oh, she wrote, what was it called? Tampa? Tampa? Is that what it was called? The one that was about this teacher who has an affair with her student. That one was weird. I don't know if I liked it. Tell the Machine Goodnight by Katie Williams. We Love You, Charlie Freeman by Caitlin Greenidge. What Was Lost by Catherine O'Flynn. The Room by the Lake by Emma Dibdin. Dear Daughter by Elizabeth Little. Before We Met by Lucy Whitehouse. Woman Number 17 by Eden Lapaki. 84K by Claire North. And The Neighborhood by Mario Vargas Llosa. So those all have under 3.5 stars on Goodreads. Which is never a great sign. And maybe they should just not be on my wish list so that nobody accidentally buys them for me for Christmas. So let me know. Trash my TBR. Write all of your hate-filled comments below, because that's what I want. I want to know everything that's bad about these books so that I can just forget them and never have to worry about reading them ever again. There's too many good books to read in the world. I can't waste my time on the bad ones. So that's it. That's the end of my video. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. If you like the Trash My TBR game. I have an idea for next year for a whole like Trash My TBR series I could do. So who knows if I'll do that. I see so many other people doing Trash My TBR now that I'm like, it's gone. It belongs to them now, but maybe I'll try and reclaim it and do something cool with it. I don't know. Anyway, that's it. Subscribe, because I'm going to be doing videos every single day this month, because I am out of my mind. Also, we're moving house this month, so that's like a whole other stress to add to this crazy challenge I've set myself, so who knows if I'll do it for all 24 days, but you should find out by subscribing, and then you will see. See you next time!